Yeah, as much as I wish they'd get along, I just don't know how I could say, this is my wife and girlfriend.
You know, Justin, you ought to write a book about your life. How many
You know,
pages
something
would it
I
be?
thought about that.
How many pages or volumes or books would it be?
Well, I was thinking of a soap opera called In Transit. Yes, just what happens at the bus plaza. I mean, it could work.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a couple different ways you could do it. You could center it around a bus driver that, you know, sees the people come and go. You could deal it with a passenger that puts up with a cast of goofy bus drivers. I mean, one thing I have an ability as when it comes to a writer is there's a lot of different ways to slice and dice your characters. But a trick I've learned, you can't make them too hated and you can't make them too likable. It's a very fine line in a well-balanced character. Do you keep a character in the story? Do you get rid of them eventually?
Yep.
None of these are easy answers.
And then you got to have an explainable way as to why they're no longer in your book.
Exactly.
Let's go.
Oh, well, that's easy when it comes to In Transit here in Spokane. Probation, time, parole officer. There's a lot of different ways to go with that one. Come for vacation, leave on probation.
That's the case with Las Vegas.
Oh, yes. I'm sure our pastor in Post Falls can tell a few stories like that.
There you go. Okay. Yep.
Oh,
I'll be right back with the change.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. And there's your 436.
Okay. Oops. Oh, well. I dropped some of it. Life goes on.
I remember that sitcom, Life Goes On.
I have the first season of it on DVD, and I want to get the rest eventually.
Oh, yeah.
What I liked about it, did I ever tell you? It's the first series that hired an actor with Down syndrome. And
oh, yeah.
They made his girlfriend someone that had Down syndrome, which, seeing that gave me a lot of hope at that age.
And what about Small Wonder?
Oh, last I heard, Tiffany Present's a registered nurse living in Colorado. She played Vicky the Robot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what kind of things a robot could do back in those days, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah.
No, she was hot for a computer, like goodness gracious.
Well, yeah. And might not be too much longer, and you might be able to have sex with a very real-looking, human look-alike computer.
I've read about that. I am both frightened and intrigued at the same time, if you must know the truth.
And what about when computers become sentient and AI? And
then we are screwed.
Yep. But watch one try to drive.
Oh, yeah.
Especially early on in the transition from a natural human to electronic human.
Yes.
Thinking a little bit, I think I'm getting into a little bit too much sci-fi.
As someone who used to watch Quantum Leap and Back to the Future and Sliders.
I don't think I'm far off.
Yeah.
We're going to go around past the Vista.
Okay, yes.
Hit it from that one.
Well, like parallel worlds, I do believe that they likely exist, but that God would not let them cross over.
Oh, yeah.
Well, think about this, showing up at your apartment and finding out that someone else lived there, that you never got kicked out of Rosewood Club.
Oh, yeah.
How do you deal with that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no, I got one for you. Coming home, this lady you don't know giving you a hug and a kiss, and kids you've never seen before saying, Daddy, you're home.
Didn't that happen in Back to the Future?